Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel where I teach you how to be a math genius. If you typically struggle in math or you're looking to improve your understanding of math, this is the channel for you. Also, I will try my best to make these videos user-friendly for teachers, co-teachers, or homeschoolers to utilize as well. If you fall into any of these categories, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Now let's jump in. Today we're going to learn about exponential rules. In my previous video, we learned how to add and subtract terms. Now we're going to learn how to multiply terms, divide terms, and bring terms to a power. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to simplify expressions by using the product rule, quotient rule, and the power rule. I encourage you to pause the video and write your solutions to the problems down for practice, and then continue to watch the video to check your answers. Also, comment any questions you have below. All right, let's get started. The last rule that we need to talk about is called the power rule. So power is referring to exponents or bringing a term to the power. So this rule is describing what do we do when we bring a term to another power. So we have x to the a power all together to the b power, okay? So this formula describes that when we are bringing a term to a power, we need to multiply the exponents because it came out to x to the a times b. Also, if we have any coefficients, we're going to bring the coefficient to the power that is outside of the parentheses. So if x to the a power had a number sitting in the front, then whatever number would be in the place of the letter b, that would be the exponent for the coefficient. Now let's look at some examples of the power rule. So we have the example y to the third power to the sixth power, and then we also have x to the fifth power to the fourth power. We need to simplify each expression by using the power rule. I want to start with this first example, y to the third power to the sixth power. So the power rule, tells us that we need to multiply the exponents. So the exponents we have in this first example are 3 and 6, okay? And so if we multiply those exponents, we'll get y to the 3 times 6 power, and 3 times 6 is 18, so we're going to get y to the 18th power. Now let's dive in a little deeper as to why we use the power rule the way that we do. Well, y to the third power means that we're multiplying y to the third power times itself 6 times. So this is saying the same thing as saying y to the third power times 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 another y to the third power times one more y to make 6. And the product rule tells us that when we are multiplying terms, all we need to do is add the exponents. So we got 3 plus 3, which gives us 6, plus 3, which is 9, plus 3, which is 12, plus 3, which is 15, plus another 3, which is 18. So altogether, there's 18 y's. Now I would like for you to pause the video and try to write down what you think the simplified version of the expression below is going to look like. If you said that this is going to simplify to x to the 20th power, you were correct. Good job. Why? Because we need to multiply the exponents. Why are we multiplying the exponents? Well, because this is the same thing as saying x to the fifth power times itself 4 times. And if we add 5 plus 5, that gives us 10, plus another 5 is 15, plus that last 5 is 20. Therefore, we have 20 x's in our answer. Now let's try some examples with coefficients. So first we have the example 2k to the 13th power to the 6th power. And we also have 3r to the 12th power to the 2nd power. We need to simplify each expression by using the power rule. We're going to look at this first example at the top. The power rule tells us that we need to multiply exponents. So if we look at the exponents of the first expression, we have 13 and 6. If we multiply 13 times 6, we'll get 78. Then the second step tells us we need to bring the coefficient, which is 2, the number in the front, to the power outside of parentheses, which is 6. So we need to make sure that we're using, you can put that in your calculator. We need to make sure that we're using the 6 on k to the 13th power, because that's one thing in itself, that 13 does not affect the 2. And then we need to use 6 again on the 2, okay? We always treat the coefficient regularly, so if it's a power, we're going to bring it to a power. If it's multiplying, we're going to multiply. If it's dividing, we're going to divide. The only numbers that act weird are the numbers in the exponent. So our final answer for this would be 64k to the 78th power. Why? Because 2k to the 13th power to the 6th power is equal to 2k to the 13th power times itself 6 times. So if we use the product rule to multiply all these terms, adding all the exponents will give us 64. And if we multiply all of these 2's, we'll get 78. I'm sorry. The 13's will get us 78. The 2's will give us 64. All right? So this is why we have 64k to the 78th power. Now I want you to pause the video and try doing the example at the bottom. Go ahead and simplify that expression. Write it down. All right, if you said this is equal to 9r to the 24th power, you were correct. Good job. Why is this equal to 9r to the 24th power? Well, this 3r to the 12th to the second power is the same thing as saying 3r to the 12th power times 3r to the 12th power. If we multiply the coefficients, we get 9, and if we add the exponents, we'll get 24, and then we just have to rewrite that variable. If you liked this explanation about exponential rules, make sure to hit the like button below and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next one.